Hello, this is Stephen Childs, The Way of Fairness. I want to talk about the Zionism, the Jewish people in the Mideast, and they've been granted by the United Nations and so forth a country of Israel, and there's a lot of finger pointing going on and blaming. So let's just get real honest about what's going on. So, from my point of view, each to their own opinion, it's always been winner take all. In the beginning, there were no rules. And now I'm trying to convince people that that's the name of the game is that there's actually only the rules determined by the winner. So if Trump wins, it's going to be Trump's call on what the law is and how it's enforced and so forth, what the military does, and who the military does it to. So it's like, do what you want. I'm going to. I've always said that. And so people use it as an excuse to do wrong. Continue that. Just keep doing what you want. And if they come up with a loophole, I'll come up with a way to close the loophole and hurt them while I'm doing it, because they're doing wrong to people. So the idea with the way of fairness is the only law is fairness, because the only reason why this is real is because it's pragmatic. It's what works, because people don't want to be done wrong. We join with the group that has the most power. That's what we do. And then the group that can stop others from doing us wrong, can protect us from harm. So the way of fairness is the only thing that's going to work at the end of the war that we're entering into. And I don't care how bad it gets, because it's kind of like we're going to scare them into some rational thought, some realistic look. You're going to get your butts kicked if you're doing anybody wrong. And you're not going to enjoy life. And if you join us, you're not going to be bored at work all day long. You'll be able to do things you want. And the only bosses don't do others wrong. And the boss at work becomes like a manager. He's just like everyone else. He counts the same as everybody else. And he's contributing to the team fairness, just like the rest of us. And so we're all defending it, because we don't want to have problems that would interfere with fairness working. And so it's like everybody's concerned about the welfare of the company, because they're defending our fairness. Well, back to Israel. How did the Jews get there? Well, first of all, there was some mammals that decided they'd be better off without the tails. They were simians, they were monkeys. And they became the humans. I didn't say Jews. You thought I was going to say they became the Jews, didn't you? You thought I was going to say that? No, that wouldn't be fair. They became the humans. And now we've got a whole bunch of humans monkeying around. And we're not really doing a good job of it. We should be monkeying around in a way that benefits all the monkeys equally. I'm one of them. I'm a human being. And it's not easy being human, because we know so much. And then if we know too much, they want to kill us because we know too much. So you got to learn how to keep your mouth shut, So anyway, the white people became white. They used to be black. All the people used to be black-skinned. All the other great apes have black skin. The orangutan has kind of a gray color skin. They have a lot of hair. See, when you cover something up, the black skin isn't the ideal. It's not. Black skin is problematic in northern climates when you're wearing furs from buffalo, from bears, whatever have you, sheep. You're wearing all these hides on you and developing better and better methods of making clothing. And you don't get enough vitamin D because you've got all the sun blocked. And besides that, in the winter, the days are really short. And lack of vitamin D becomes a big problem, and they don't survive, the ones that don't have enough vitamin D. So the ones with lighter skin color survive better because they had more vitamin D, because the melanin doesn't block the sun out. Okay, so we become whiter as we go further north, generally speaking. That's what happened with the Homo sapien. And besides, Homo sapiens are not purebred. They're not pure Homo sapien. They were mixed in the first place with non-Homo sapiens. Oh my God. They were breeding with non-Homo sapiens. Yeah, Neanderthals and Denisovans. So there are no humans on the planet because these mixed people went back into Africa and back and forth. So I don't even think there's any pure Homo sapiens in Africa anymore. And there's other strains that we haven't fully found out about that are involved in the Homo sapien that's within our DNA. And see, we can handle the truth, whatever it is, because truth is going to save us. Truth and fairness is what's going to save us from killing each other. Because truth will win the argument. So power people don't win. Power people that use truth are more powerful. That's who wins. So the Jewish people were white. They weren't called Jews back then. They were just people that were developing languages and maybe learning how to make steel, swords, and so on, copper, bronze, and steel, and so forth. And so the people in the north learned how to do that well. And they decided they would march down into this new territory and just take over. Maybe there was reasons why they left, because there was wars going on up north. So they went down south and took over the land where all these other people had dark skin. So they took over, and now they're claiming that the Bible says that they're going to take over everything with Zionism, because their God is a jealous God, and everybody surrenders to that God or else. Well, that's the oldest game in the book, is have your God be the most powerful God and kick everybody else's ass. And so it's winner take all. This is okay. Let them be them and let them conquer if that's what they can do. Let the Palestinians do what they do, and let the people that complain, let them complain. Let it happen. Let this thing work. It's like winner take all. It always has been that way. Winner takes all and rewrites the history. Well, you don't like it? Join the way of fairness.